First is, and I said this to everybody that was online already, there in your handout, Kevin, or in the journal, there's a new handout that says distances. And that's the breakdown of the distances in miles between all of the 10 towns.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, because that's something that's bound to come up, and the map just provides like a little legend that's not very clear. And so I did the math and got that out so everybody has it.
So I
The
just have a
Good.
quick question. Would this be something where we then like would be able to just take this and do our traveling speed, since it's all put together? So it's like if we travel whatever, however long the book says, where it's like you travel like 20 miles in a day or whatever. Like we can
Right.
see
So
that
yeah.
good
So
means just over 3 days away, sort of thing.
yeah, absolutely. So that was I was going to get into the travel time next, or
Okay,
like as I'm working down this list. But
cool.
no, you're spot on. So before I get into that, the next thing that I have, this adventure breaks out each of the 10 towns in a very unique way. One is like it gives some flavor text to give the players when they showed up, and that's what we talked about before. I showed you the map of Bryn Shander, how it's like the central hub of 10 towns. Originally, it was just like a sort of middle of nowhere trading town, but because of its sort of fortified location and the walls that they built around it, when like in like centuries past, like orc hordes came in, Bryn Shander was like the only one of the 10 towns that could like actually hold against like the siege of orcs until help could show up. One of the other things they do is each one of the 10 towns has like a heraldry about it. And so Bryn Shanders is actually one of the cooler ones, I think. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Can you guys see this? It looks like a sheaf of wheat with like deer antlers coming off of it. Can everybody
Yep.
see that?
Oh, the church door.
I mean, that's probably like if that was the Church of Dor, period. Like Hal would have been like, "Take my money. We're gonna do this." But yeah. So each one of the towns has its own kind of like heraldry, which is kind of like I think it's pretty cool. This one I think is like really kind of standoutish. Um, but each of the 10 towns also has a snowflake rating, which sounds stupid, but I'll explain. Basically, it's like if the
Liberals.
10 yeah, well, if the 10 towns had a Travelocity gnome that traveled amongst the 10 towns and gave them ratings, those ratings would be snowflake ratings. And so the ratings are 1 to 3 snowflakes in the following categories: friendliness, services, and comfort. You're starting in Bryn Shander, which is like probably the best town that there is, or of the 10 towns, the best one that there is, the most sort of like, I don't know, like a cosmopolitan, if you will, for like a backwoods town can be. And they've got a 3 in each of them. You can and will potentially travel that have ratings of 2 or 1, where 3 is like friendly and outgoing, and people will generally try to help you. 1 is people will just say no to you or not talk to you, or may try to attack you based upon like how aggressive you're being towards them. Think about like walking into a dive bar and being like, I want the thing that's not on the menu, and I'm going to put the thing on the jukebox that nobody will listen to, and everybody hates you. Like that's what a 1 basically like amounts to. So when you guys travel to new towns, I will tell you what those ratings are, give you some flavor text, show you what the heraldry of that town is, and generally, I won't give you much more information unless you want to try to roll like intelligence checks or something like that, because you are kind of local to the area. So there might be a little more that I will tell you that you'll find out either by, like investigation, research, talking to people, or just making some general intelligence checks. But I wanted
That
to
will
make
not
sure I
be
get
my
that out.
character. Just saying.
Okay, fair enough. Another crucial
I
thing to
don't
know
have the
about.
intelligence for that.
Well, somebody could remind you or ask
No,
you. But
no, no
anyways,
wizards in this
no.
group, so no history.
Well, that brings up the next point, which is really important, which is spellcasters. The way Icewind Dale works is that for a town, for every 100 people, there's probably 1 that is a spellcaster. So in a town like Bryn Shander, who has a population of 1,200, there's 120 spellcasters, give or take, that live here that might be able to perform something if you need it. Spellcasters have going costs. spellcasters can create common items for you, like common magical items, for 100 gold point pieces. Potions are the standard 50 gold pieces, and spell costs are basically first level spells 25 gold, second level spells 50 gold, third level spells 150 gold, plus if there's component prices, you got to pay for them. Now, that's not something that you can't, try to barter with people, maybe try to make friends and do something with. But there are going prices for stuff like that. And if you have questions or concerns, you're like, somebody struck blind by something and has to try to figure out how to not be blind, figure out what the spell is that could undo that, and go to a town where there's a potential spellcaster that could do it. So that's just another thing about this world to sort of keep in mind. Now, back to the point that Kevin brought up with regards to travel time and distances. One of the crucial parts, or like key parts of this adventure, is that you guys are in a shit show of a place in the world where Oral is making this her like Frost Queen haven, right? She's Elsa and she's like, let it go, everybody freeze and be a hoe kind of thing. So the travel time, if you have nothing besides your feet and your cold weather gear, is you can travel a quarter mile per hour. It's brutal. If you have snowshoes, and snowshoes cost 2 gold to purchase, you can travel at half mile an hour. Your other options are to travel by dog sled or axe beak. Dog sleds are what you think. It's one dog that has the wolf stats. It's a sled that weighs 300 pounds, the dog can pull up to 360, and one rider is considered bonus weight on that. Now, you can affix more dogs to the sled, and more dogs can obviously then pull more and more weight. If you only have one dog, the dog after an hour of pulling has to take a short rest, which is generally a half an hour. If you have more dogs, that rest period is doubled, right? So if one dog can travel an hour, 2 dogs pulling can travel for 2 hours before they rest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Dog sleds cost, hold on, where is it? I got to find it. Sorry. The dog sled itself costs 20 gold. The dog costs 50 gold. An axe beak, which basically looks like a dodo with giant feet and an axe for a beak that stands maybe like 4.5, 5 feet tall, is another mount that is very accustomed to running around in the frigid Northlands. And those can be purchased for 50 gold as well.
So basically a chicken-looking tauntaun.
See,
that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I went with Chocobo from Final Fantasy.
Chocobo,
like a cold weather one.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like I just remember like pictures of like a dodo, and if you just extend like that dodo's beak into an axe, that's a dodo. But either way, Chocobo, Chocododo, Doka Choka, whatever you want to say. The thing to know about the axe beaks though is axe beaks do have the ability to attack with their axe beaks. They have that ability.
They better. Otherwise,
yeah, I know, right?
Fucking useless. Get out of here.
Get out of here, axe beak. The other thing to know is that, and this is something that I wanted to make sure I talked to you, is that there is the ability to rent these for a discounted price, but it's at like an hourly rate. Or you can go through, so you could basically rent a dog sled for 20 gold. Wait, where's my rental fees? Sorry, I got to go back and find them. Yeah, you could rent a dog sled for 20 gold and then additional dogs for 20 gold, unless you're renting more than 4 dogs. Dogs become only 10 gold. And Scrimstacks, the guy who's the bartender, is one of the local renters that will do this. Scrimstacks will also lend you gear. Scramstacks will also lend you gear, but there's like a catch, which probably means that there is some sort of interest that he will charge on whatever you do. But he's always willing to lend things. And then, did I have anything else that I wanted to bring up with you? Okay, and the other thing the travel times we talked about. So no shoes, quarter mile, snowshoes, half mile, dog sled or axe peak, 1 mile per hour. Those times are halved if you're traveling into mountainous terrain. So far in this adventure, that has not come, but traveling in a mountain, super suck. The only benefit or bonus to any of this is that if you're traveling along the trails, like the actual roadways, provided storms haven't like slammed them in and they're impassable, you can travel up to double speed on the trails. So like if you're traveling from like Brennan to like Lonelywood or something like that, if the trails are not impassable, you can actually travel double, which means like if you're on a dog sled, it'd be 2 miles an hour. If you're on snowshoes, it'd be 1 mile an hour, kind of, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So does all of that kind of make sense?
More or less.
I mean, yeah, it sucks, but yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, yeah, no, in no way. Like when I first started reading this, I was like, no, and then I read and I was like, yep, nope, that's what they're giving the players. Okay, all right. So I think that was all of the housekeeping stuff I wanted to cover. To jump back into the adventure itself, you guys, everybody, I created tokens. Everybody that you should have control of your token. So some of them are pretty obvious, I think. So TJ, Kevin, Chris, and Mike right there. And then Daryl is down here. If you guys don't like these tokens, we can find more tokens or something else. When I was trying to find images, I just thought these were fun. So I grabbed them.
We need to have one for him that says out of order until he gets in.
So the way that I'm gonna do, there's a mechanic that I worked out with him that may or may not come into effect tonight. But the way that I'm gonna do with him, that if you guys are in a setting like this where there's like not combat or anything like that, he's kind of just there in the background, and if you need him to do something, do like an arbitrary D20 roll to see what happens. If there's battle and he's not here, there is a mechanic that we're going to sort of like bring into play that is fun, and we'll see how long it remains fun, kind of thing. So everybody was standing around talking to Hruna and her 2 boys, basically taking a job to go and collect this cart or this like sled of iron ingots that were coming from the Dwarven Valley over by is it Caerkonig? Yeah, Caerkonig? No. Hold on. What is the name of the mountain?
One? Caerkonig? Konig?
No. It's a mountain. It's a mountain. It's Kelvin's Cairn. Sorry, Kelvin's Cairn. And so I'll show you guys on the map. But actually, you know what? Let's do that right now so that we all have a reference point. So if we do this. Where's the map that I was using? Oh, it's right here. All right, I just want to make sure this is still good. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go. Okay. So you guys should be able to see that what I've got opened up on this map for you, right in the sort of center of it, is the 10 towns. Currently, you are here in Bryn Shander. This is Kelvin's Cairn, or Cairn. This is the Dwarven Valley, which is sort of like a big mining area for the Dwarven clans in the area. The notable battle clan, of which these ingots were coming from, that they were transporting back to Bryn Shander, trade with the local weapon and armor smith, or for further travel out. And what Hruna has indicated is that they were ambushed right about here, smack dab in the middle of the tundra. So if you were to leave Bryn Shander, head due northeast towards Kelvin's Cairn, or Cairn, you would eventually come across this in approximately 5 or 6 miles.
So that would be 20 hours?
So if you're traveling with snowshoes, it would be 10 to 12 hours. If you're traveling with dog sleds, with enough dogs, it would be somewhere between 5 to 8 hours, depending upon how many dogs.
But without that stuff, it's 20, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. You went lowest common.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Just to make sure, like, currently with what we've discussed, we've got a 20-hour trip ahead of us. What are we thinking? Do we want snowshoes or something? Does anyone have snowshoes? Anyone have thoughts, sort of thing? To bring that down.
I went looking for snow gear based off of Tom's suggestion the last week, just to have extras other than the one, but I don't have the spare cash for all that.
That's kind of the problem. Even I don't even have my character.
Well, so the cost of snowshoes is 2 gold pieces for a pair of snowshoes. And remember that you could borrow them from Scram Sacks if you want. There could be interest involved if you borrow from him.
I've still got my starting gold, so I'll go ahead and buy some snowshoes myself.
Now, what I would like to do, if it's possible, is while everybody's kind of doing the math on what they want to do with this, Kevin, could you pull Mike and I into a private chat real fast?
Yes. Before that, real quick, I just wanted to say something that we didn't even talk about. Tom, you and I had talked about discussing it in session 0.
Okay.
But then I just jumped into it, and it was just like, oh, hey, no warning. So, as far as things like characters, seducing people or anything like that, we've dealt with this. I know we have, newer people to this group anyway. We're not going to go, like, graphic, but it's not something where we don't have, like, things happen. So, Mike, I know last week you were just like, nope, and your mind is melted for 3 years, sort of thing. And it's like, all right, cool. But yeah, just a heads up on that, so like everyone knows. It's like, yeah, we've got your character sees the guy or girl at the bar, and roll the persuasion, but it's not going to be anything where it's like, if anyone's uncomfortable at any point, just let everyone know, and it's like, all right, and that's where it stops.
So we had a scenario like this come up that we were playing recently, where Kevin was playing like a super charisma-based character, and basically wanted to get like I think it was crafting secrets from this dwarf that led to like this whole seduction scene. And what we did was, it got to a certain point, and then I went, we're going to do a classic like old school James Bond right now, where rather than focus on this anymore, we're just going to pan over to the room, and then, oh look, it's daytime, as we pan back and see them both, and that's what we did. So if that's probably the extent of what we'll do for any sort of have the end of any heavy seduction scenario. If that's uncomfortable or nobody's down with it, we will deal with that as just let us know, because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, apart from squirming around with like almost dying. That's about it.
Cool. So yeah, now I'll drag you guys over, because
cool.
I just wanted to say that. All right.
Question before we go.
Nope, wrong.
All right.
Got it. Nailed it. First try. Didn't even go in there by accident.
I only looked up and saw just that mistake, so it made it that much better.
The only thing that I saw was the mistake. It's like, I can only confirm that you did it right, because now it's like that. But all right. So oh shit. All right, Chris, I forget your character's name. No, I can go right to it, right?
Codswallop.
Codswallop.
Yeah.
All right. Would you do me a favor? Would you click in Roll20 the My Settings? It's in the top right on like the chat thing.
Yep.
And then the display name. You can just change that and then hit Save Name. That way, down here at the bottom, with like where you've got Earthworm Jim there, it'll say Codswallop. So anytime we need a reminder, it's just bam. Oh, right. That one. I need to get Mike to do that too. Oh, okay. Cool.
Novakri.
So, my question for Codswallop is, I wonder if a pair of snowshoes is going to make any difference for him.
I was wondering the same thing.
That's a good angle. Should stick with that angle.
I feel like Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship, where they're going into the mountain and stuff. And it's like, all right, we've got the different people. Who do we have for an elf that's going to be like walking on the snow? And then we've got really heavy dudes, so a dwarf trying to go through the snow. It's like, all right, a little bit different, obviously, but some of the same issues.
I backed the wrong character. I'll be the first to fall into the snow.
Yes. You'll be one of the hobbits.
Of course.
Oh, he disappeared. I don't know where he went. He was right here.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's very stealthy.
We could save 2 gold. One of the reasons that I recommended that you go Goliath is because our first campaign, I was a Goliath and my friend was a halfling, and the first thing we did is like, I need to get a basket on my back so that we can just have him.
Master Blaster?
Yeah. And he was a sorcerer that would just like shoot out of the backpack of the Goliath. So it's pretty great. But I mean, I can still do that with your character. Could save 2 gold.
You can still do that. I don't mind.
That's big right now.
Right? I mean, when we were given, I mean, what do I have now? I think I only have 25, because even as a noble, as a noble I only get 25, which I was kind of like, oh, I don't love that amount.
Yeah, that's why I was confused with they said either or, starting gold or the other thing, starting equipment.
Well, there are the things like the features that you get with the backgrounds,
right,
that give you that.
I got 15. I was just surprised. I mean, I've been trying to look into some kind of gold system because I've seen just people talking online about it, and they're like, my level 3 party has more gold than they know what to do with. So
yeah, I mean, do you remember how much money we got in like the first mission that we went on? What was that called? The mansion there.
Akathars or something.
I know it was
we went to A.
But then we went to Barovia. We went A, B, and then we just never went back because it was like that was going to be our base of operations.
Well, yeah.
Not to be.
I mean, that was yeah. I don't remember how much we made. I mean, because that was gone. Because we already found out very early on. It's like, you're not getting out of Barovia. So it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, but like even before that, at Astabar Manor. That's what it is.
You're right.
There were times like at level 1 where Tom's reading stuff off and it's like, and so you found 300 gold and 200 silver pieces. I'm like, holy shit. This is level 1? It's like, we're going to be taking this and spending it all up. And then it's just like, I still don't have like a frame of reference for how much money is a lot yet. Because we haven't really encountered that in any of the games.
Well, it depends, what you're looking for. Like
and on the market that the DM provides too.
Right. Because, I mean, plate armor was, 1,500? So, like, there was that. And then, as soon as you add, like, a +1 or something to it, it jumps immeasurably. It's like, oh, okay, that's huge.
Yeah.
And then, that's what I was trying to get with in Selvindar. Was, like, yeah, you can own property, but then you have to hire X amount of people for upkeep, and the bigger the place, the bigger the upkeep and whatnot, and then people to defend it and so on, and how much you're going to spend on training and stuff. Fortunately, we stopped right around there. So
Right. Oh, exactly. It's like once we started getting into that, it's just like, all right, we're taking a break on this. Okay.
but they were like there. I found like a section, the DMG, where they were talking about uh, owning a tavern, which we joked about when first starting. It's like, hey, we never go on the adventure, just open a tavern.
Yeah. Well,
And then there's lists for like how much you make when you're there,
yeah, the downtime
rules going
stuff.
your way.
Because
Yeah,
the DMG and Xanathar's guide, that expands on it, and it's like, oh, dude, yeah. It's like not necessarily for like our main thing, but hey, let's spend a week recuperating, and also making sure that the bar's running correctly and getting 200 gold or something.
yeah. Xanthar's guide's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I picked it up one time and I'm like, this time I'm not going to look at the classes so I can actually read it. And I went to the tools section and I'm like, oh, they just revolutionized all the times that you can actually have this be useful.
Yeah,
come
yeah.
into
All
play.
the different things that it tells you for like, hey, use this for this, and maybe it can, throw this in there, and
Yeah, and it's like you can use it with this skill and that skill. And then I was wondering about that, because do you get your tool proficiency, and then if you're proficient in that skill, does it like double proficiency? You know what I mean? Does it go to expertise?
yeah, I hear what you're
Or
saying. And honestly, if it's something where it's like you do like glass blowers tools, identify the source of glass and determine what a glass object once held. How often does that even come up? Yeah, you have them
Right.
both. You've trained not only with intelligence or let's see, whatever it would use, whatever, let's say it's intelligence, it's like arcana, history, yeah, so intelligence stuff, it's like, yeah, you can have those too. It's like that would make sense. It's like you've trained in arcana and you've trained in like glass blowers tools and like that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
In which case, what do I have? Because I believe...
I have disguise and forgery kit and thieves tools.
Yes, you do. That's
Only thing right that I have right now on my person is a disguise kit and thieves tools. But I'm proficient in forgery, I just don't have the kit right now.
Yeah, that was what I was going to do with Eleanor. When we actually first went into Barovia in that mansion, the one where the kids were, they we got like a seal, and it was just like, ooh, take this. This will give us like a legitimate claim, and I'll just be like, yeah, I'll get the actor feat and be like, this is legitimate. I am this person, all that sort of thing. But it did not evolve into that.
Right, get advantage on like deception. Be like,
Yep.
oh yeah, you have the badge right here.
Right. Oh, exactly. That's why it's funny when like this guy came up. It's like, all right, Aveg is just the name that everyone knows him by right now, and everyone thinks he's human.
Noted.
Albeit, well, Mr. Danklage knows.
That would make sense after time and scams. I don't know
Right.
how long have we been Tom, how long have we been a group now, would you say? Just like a month or something?
I was kind of leaving that up to you guys. You can say you've known each other for however long that you want to say it. You've been like the Icewind Dale area has been kind of in lockdown for about 4 years or so at this point. So like if you guys want to say you've known each other for 4 years and that's how you've kind of built the repertoire of knowledge about each other, so be it. But if you want to say that it's been much more recent than that you kind of like banded together, that's cool too. I'm leaving that up to you guys.
I mean, TJ, I definitely think that we've known each other for a while. I'm cool with everyone having met, and like we do have a background together, at least for a bit. In which case, everyone would know.
I mean, I'm cool. I'm good with whatever.
Cool.
I'd kind of like for Novakri to keep an outsider.
All right, cool. So that stuff with you happened recently in that case, and so it's just like that's kind of whatever it was that happened, and then we'll figure out what Daryl is when
he shows up.
Yeah.
I like to think like you guys can do what you want, but just because of the nature of like Daryl and Daryl's characters in general, I like to think his character just like latched onto you guys, and you're like, what? And then like after like the third day of him not leaving, you're like, I guess he's part of this. Okay, whatever. But figure out what you will. That being said, so you guys are back in the tavern. I'll bring you guys back in the tavern. And my cat's in the room screaming. Awesome. Yeah, it wouldn't be a D&D night if my cat wasn't. It's really fun when he does this on like work calls. It's great. All right, so we're back in the tavern. We're still in the tavern, and Novakri kind of comes back over towards you guys. Anybody who's kind of paying attention notices that the sort of hooded figure that had kind of tapped him on the shoulder to go have a conversation has flitted off through one of the doors and kind of disappeared. Those of you who didn't notice that, I may not have mentioned this, but Hruna's traveling components or companions, their names are Corix and Storn. And Corix is missing his nose and 3 fingers from frostbite. And Storn just kind of sits there quietly and periodically like looks up at the sky like, huh, and then comes back like nothing's going on. So maybe not all there on the head kind of thing. But what are you guys doing?
Could I make a perception check to see if I had noticed Novakri?
Yeah, go roll it. See what you get. And then Novakri Novakri, I'm sorry. Are you trying to be stealthy at all, or is this something that like if he rolls well and sees, then you're just like, all right, cool, whatever?
No, I mean it's not even. I'm not even gonna say it's a roll. You know, I mean I just kind of walked back around the fireplace.
Okay,
so then in that case, yes. So I mean, like as long. Do me a favor, do the roll, and as long as it's above like a 5.
Yeah, so that was kind of what I wanted to do, is like put it on myself, because I know I was talking to everyone here, so it's just like, did I notice it, or was I, too involved with that? But I rolled a 15, so...
Yeah, you definitely noticed as like, no, Mike, I'm saying it right, Novakri?
Yeah, Novakri.
Okay, Novakri comes like walking back around the fireplace and comes back towards where you guys are, or goes to the bar, whatever she's doing. She comes back towards the area.
I would like to cast message, just a little bit, and just ask if everything's all right. It's like, everything good over there? And I don't even know how that exactly makes you react,
I think that the spell itself, does it require like is it just something that's like instant, or does it require like verbal and somatic components to do it?
Yeah, it requires all 3.
Okay, so you're sort of at the end of... into the table, do you kind of like turn around to?
Yeah.
Just so
I kind of
above,
just
like-
when I get a second, like as things are just happening, and I assume that like they're not just completely paying attention to me anymore if I'm not talking and they're like concerned with anything else. I was hoping to kind of turn and maybe hide that and just be like,
Yeah.
everything good?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna without a problem. I just wanted to make sure you were just sitting at the table, going like, "Hey, everybody!" Just like
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so sure, you turn around, you do this, and Novakri, you get this voice in your head that you kind of immediately recognize as one of your party, and it says what he says. It says like, "Is everything okay over there?"
I set up a telepathic mind link to him, and basically just everything's okay. Just getting some information about the area around here.
Kevin, you said that you had rolled a 15, correct?
Yes.
You noticed also that Novakri is carrying, I would say, something that's roughly the size of like a Nalgene bottle. But because he was she was moving kind of quickly with it, you couldn't really make out what it was. But she definitely seemed to have something in her hand briefly that she didn't have when she walked around the corner.
All right. So as she responds with, just getting information, that sort of thing, it's like, all right, sounds good. And I turn back to the, conversation, if, whatever's going on.
All right, cool. So I'm going to say at this point, you guys have accepted the contract, right? Like that, we nailed that down last week. There wasn't anything else about that, correct?
Right.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay, so you nailed down the contract.
Sorry.
She, good.
Just one thing to note here. Novakri, she can set up telepathic mind links, so you don't have to use the sending spell with her or the message spell with her. Maybe just we'll set up a special signal that says, "Hey, I want to talk to you quietly." She'll set up the telepath. We'll talk. It lasts for up to an hour until I end it.
All right, good to know. My thought with that is just kind of like if I ever need to use that just to get your attention with it. And I'm pretty sure that currently is limited in range.
10 feet.
Yeah. So
I like
making you guys aware of it.
Yeah, currently message is obviously not as powerful as that, but just the range. So
I like the idea that Codswallop, his go-to signal for he wants to talk to you telepathically is to go, "Caw, talk to me."
Well, he's not a smart guy, so yeah, I can see that.
I'm just saying. Like, you don't have to use it. I just like it. But anyways, all right. So let's do this. The two things that I want you guys to tell me is, what do you plan on doing for the rest of the night, or is it just time to like cash out and you're good to go for in the morning? And two, what do you guys want to do as far as getting set up with supplies and gear? Because if you want to try to handle that tonight, you can probably handle most, if not all of that tonight. If there are specific things, we can go back to the Bryn Shander map, and you may have to wait until morning to try to get some things. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, one question that came up in our conversation while you were away was, would things like snowshoes even be of a benefit to a character like mine?
Yes. So, like, one of the things that I'm going to apply to this stuff is there are like blanket sort of allowances. So for the example of the dog sled weighs 300 pounds, but has space for a rider on the back. And there's nothing in the rules that says that the rider's weight applies to it. Because unless the rider's a halfling, one wolf wouldn't be able to pull it. So what's the point of it? So I'm, as a rule, saying that one rider can be on the back. So if that rider's a halfling that weighs 30 pounds, great. If that rider's a warforged that weighs 400 pounds, I'm not, there's room for one rider on the back. without any question about it, and that's the benefit to a dog sled. Snowshoes, same thing. Anybody can put on a pair of tennis rackets on their feet and make better traction through the snow than if they don't have.
How do you want to handle lifestyle expenses? Are we not even keeping track of that?
For right now, because of the way that the 10 towns are set up, I think everybody's basically on like cheap digs, right? Like everybody's on like the short chain stuff. And so for tonight, I'm going to say that whatever you guys had set up before is the going package, because you guys were already in the tavern. You're already like, this is where you would be, whether or not Pruna came in and had a job for you guys. So moving forward, we'll have to consider like, what's the cost to spend the night in the tavern? But for tonight, it's sort of, it was something that was already taken care of before you started.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spring for the snowshoes because I think we're going to be needing them.
Okay. So snowshoes for everybody?
No, just for me. I've only got 5 gold.
Okay. All right. I was like, wow, you have a lot of gold. All right. So yeah. So you've got snowshoes. All right. Awesome. What's everybody else doing?
I think that's the plan as well.
Yep.
Because especially if one of us gets it, it's like that's even worse if anyone doesn't.
There's one person that just goes.
What are we just gonna fucking wait for you? Apparently.
All right. So you guys, at this point, you guys have winter gear. You have snowshoes. Is there anything else that you want to get? The thing to consider is, like you already did the math. If you're going by snowshoe, this cart's some like 5 or 6 miles away, so it's going to take the better part of a day to get to it. So do people have, like, I know starting gear usually comes with stuff like rations, but does everybody have rations? Does everybody have like camping gear of some sort in case need be?
We have rations, but I don't think we have camping gear, and I feel like that's something we'll need.
Yeah. Most of my stuff is all hoity-toity stuff, and then 1 day of rations, so.
Okay. All right. And so rations, camping gear, if necessary, can either be purchased or rented from Scram Sacks.
How much to rent the rations?
He kind of goes, I get this question so much. And then they bring it back and there's teeth marks on it, and I say no fair. I don't think you can rent rations. There's no renting of rations.
Yeah, because how are you going to give it back? Because I don't think he wants it once it comes out the other end.
I've regurgitated for you. Here you go.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, put it on the sign more clearly.
I know, but it was a bad DM, horrible sign writing. Understood. Okay, but so figure out if you're going to grab rations. Figure out like you guys anticipate that this could take upwards of a day and a half if you were to like go right through. But you also realize that if like what happens if you go more than 16 or 20 hours, fatigue starts to set in, and then depending upon exertion that could happen as well. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna grab at least one more day of rations.
Okay. Everybody else good with what they got, or does anybody else purchase anything?
I'm checking.
Gotta do like a tent.
Yeah, I'm looking to see where's that one, like 50, right?
So one of the things I'll tell you, and this is something that you guys can look up if you want to know more about. One of the things that is suggested for like sort of outdoor survival, especially in like super cold climates, is actually not having a tent, but creating a depression in the ground that you sleep in. That way, like you don't get kind of frozen in if snow builds up, like you immediately know and you can get out of it because you just have to sit up to get out of it. Whereas like if you're in a tent and like snow comes in and it builds up a blockade, you'd have to cut your way out of the tent and then try to dig out. So you may not need a tent, but like winter blankets or a blanket of some sort or something like that, if you don't already have maybe things to get.
I've got my fuzzy ring. I don't need anything else.
To be announced. Boop, 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 boop. All right.
I should have the standard rations. I think the starting equipment is 10 days of ration or 5 days of ration.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, I have 5 of them. Yeah.
Okay. Like when you said 1, I was like, maybe.
Well, I figured it was because I was a noble, and it's just like, no, you get like clothes and shit. And 1 day of ration. Shut up. You're not going anywhere. You're a noble. Why would you leave?
I'm pretty sure everybody starts with 3. So yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys have rations. You have gear. You're feeling pretty good. Yeah. So is there anything else you guys want to? Or you kind of cash in for the night, and then tomorrow begins this adventure.
I'm ready to start the adventure.
All right, cool. And all right, so everybody kind of like retires to their room, kind of like ties up sacks, gets stuff ready just so like they're good to go and it's good to go. Stoke that fire one last time because you don't last time you'll get as warm as you can next to the ember. And, kind of camera fades to black and then opens back up and it's dark because the sun doesn't rise in Icewind Dale. So it's like, I don't know, 4:30, 5 a.m. when you guys get up. Give or take, like, does that sound good or did you have...
Yeah.
I need my beauty sleep.
You robo sleep? I need my robo sleep.
He was renting a tent for 2 gold.
No, a tent he would do for silver.
Oh, I'm just letting you know. In the player's handbook, it says. I was gonna say that's the price to own it is 2 gold.
Oh yeah, no. Like it's generally most of the rental costs are somewhere between half to quarter. So that's like so 5 silver pieces instead of 2. 5 silver pieces.
That's fair. I think I would still have done that.
Okay, and I mean, like, it would provide you with like a windbreak if you needed to, like the winds are howling or something. It's just if you ever have a chance to like talk to do like dogs like that, the dogs just lay down and sleep on the top of the snow when they're like in the. That's what like the sled drivers do too. Just basically wrap themselves apart from their mouths and their nose, and then just cocoon down in the snow. But okay, so wake up in the morning. It's not morning. It's dark. You kind of like barrel outside. Give like goodbyes to the warmth that's inside, and you guys set out. So I'm going to go back this map so that we can just kind of. And I'm just going to put that on. All right. So you guys leave Bryn Shander, heading somewhere here in the middle of frozen tundra. Traveling starts off pretty uneventfully. I mean, obviously brutally cold outside, constantly kind of like slapping your shoulders and like kind of your hands and like your by your arm trudge. Calvin's Cairn rises in the distance. Some of you know the story of Calvin's Cairn, which was that millennia ago, a giant frost giant named Kelvin decided to fight the god Talos, and Talos struck him down here in the fields of Icewind Dale, but then gathered boulders to sort of him his. That sort of focus in the distant dark.
You're breaking out real bad.
That's.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
Can you guys hear me any better now?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, I heard it. Okay, so yes on that.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are heading off towards Kelvin's. This old bastard out of the. You. Thanks. Anyways, my cat was back. So as you're doing that, just the frost and the frigid cold is around you. You're trudging. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours go by, and you get the feeling that everything is eerily quiet around you, and it's just that sort of like as you go and crunching the snow underneath your newly wired. You continue traveling for 2 to 3 hours. You've been trudging for 6 hours. No sight of anything. It's just sort of, I'd like everybody give me a survival check.
Uh, 12 here.
11.
10.
Codswallop with a 17. Everybody, you look up and like you sort of look up at Kelvin's. Like you kind of like the wind kind of stings your eyes. And you look, Codswallop, robo eyes. You're able to look at it. You see these dark swirling clouds starting to show up above you and a little bit in front. And you realize that you're about to be within the next, like, say, 10 to 15 minutes in the middle of what could be a severe snowstorm. You guys.
Sounds like fun.
Oshes and Gizengar.
How did you know the blizzard's name?
Because the last one started with an N. That's just alphabetical. But can I make a perception check to see if there's anywhere to like get cover from this thing?
Sure.
How far out does it look?
It looks like it's going to be on you with 10 to 15. Like the dark skies haven't reached you.
It's rolling in fast.
You can see this like line that's coming towards you. Like it's starting to like black out. You can see the
I'm proficient in survival, so I'll aid who's looking.
So I rolled a 22.
Okay, so making that a 24. You quickly like scan across, and you are at first glance like in a tundra setting. It's just like bleak snowfield everywhere around you. And then as you look at it a little bit more into a little more clarity between the darkness, the sort of glinting off the snow from the star cover, and like the light illumination that's coming from the sun that's right up on the horizon line. You see that there's a hillock off to your right that you could probably make it to if you guys hustled, and it would at least provide a little bit of a break from the storm. You guys are going to be. What's the matter?
I'd say we book for it.
Yeah, point that out. I point that out to everyone.
Yeah, I'm following everyone else.
All right.
I'm out going to.
All right. So all of you kind of like Aveg kind of like points, and everybody just sort of like immediately starts hustling toward this hillock. Right as you get to it, this just dense blizzard descends upon all of you, reducing visibility to no more than 15 feet. And the mountain, Kelvin's Cairn, that you've been watching towards vanishes from as the blowing and howling. Also, like somebody to 2d4.
Trying to figure out if the tarp would help or if I would just, blow away.
Yeah, that would be the end of Peter Danklage. Pretty early.
Peter Danklage, more like Peter Pan.
8.
He rolled an 8. Okay, so this storm is going to last for 4 hours. I'm going to give you some statistics as you're here. You've been traveling for approximately 6. This storm is going to last for 4 hours. You have an option. Whenever characters are caught in a blizzard, all of those apply it. Blizzard's howling is here to a range of 100 feet, imposes disadvantage on ranged weapon attack weapons. It also imposes perception checks here. Wind extinguishes, disperses fog, races traffic, makes flying by non nearly a creature, and if you are, just fall and get at the end of your turn. Visibility in a blizzard is reduced to 30 feet, and creatures without goggles or eye protection disadvantage on perception checks sight due to the blizzard. Any creature that is save loses it. And it's easy to veer off course while traveling through a blizzard. Also easy for party members to separate, which is why the wisest course of action is to put and wait for the blizzard to pass. If the characters travel during the blizzard, one player is designated as navigator, and at the end of each hour of travel through the blizzard, must make a DC 15 survival check on behalf of the party. Successful check, the party is on course. If the check fails by 5 or more, the party members aren't tied together. One randomly determined party member becomes lost. There's a bunch of shit that happens if that happens. And if you fail the check, you're basically walking in circles for an hour, and then you can remake the check. If you make the check on the, if you miss the check a second time, you veer off in a random direction that may or may not be able to. So you're in a blizzard, thanks to a ridiculously high roll. It will be 4 hours. Could have been 8, but it's only going to be 4. And what do you guys want to do?
I break out the dice set.
Yeah, I'm thinking wait it out is probably the best idea.
Well, does anybody have light?
No.
I think
Actually,
Chris does. You're a cleric, right?
Yep. I do have light.
I was just going to say, I can. So Chris in the camera is literally reading something, and I think he's reading his spells because he's squinting at something. All right, so yeah, so you guys basically imagine like the wind, although it's whipping all around you, is pretty much coming straight from the mountain towards you guys. So you kind of duck down, and you get a break from like the heavy. The snow starts to pile up over the course of the next couple of hours. But you're able to, like stomp your around a little bit. If Codswallop is going to cast something, you can kind of keep an eye on each other. Peter Danklage, if you're gonna pull out that tarp, I might make you make a strength save, or you may indeed fly away. Up to you. Does anybody want to do anything else besides just sort of hold tight for there?
No,
I feel like we should try to make a shelter. I mean, if we can dig in a little bit. I don't know if one of you guys have done this before, but then break out the tarp and then close off the hole. Hopefully,
Haven't done it before, but I do have a shovel.
Well, Novakri's spent the last decade on a iceberg, so I guess.
Yeah, I think. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do a survival check, DC 12 survival check, Novakri, and Codswallop. Since your survival is like a +3 at this point, you can aid, and anybody else that has a plus in survival can aid to this as well.
All right, so how do I do the aid?
So roll a d20. Just roll a d20. If you get a 10 higher, you've aided with your added bonus.
Yeah, because I rolled an 8.
All right, so what am I rolling? Am I rolling the survival?
Nope, you're rolling to aid. So roll a d20, add your bonus to it. What do you get?
I mean, technically that's rolling survival.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm sorry. No. It's a survival 2 aid, yes.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It's not the check, it's the aid. But I only have a +1 in it, but I'm not proficient. Can I aid?
Yeah, you still have a +1 in it. God, you can roll.
All right, so that's a 15 then.
All right, so that 8's now a 10. Chris, what did you get?
I rolled an 8.
Total?
Yeah. Oh, no, I just rolled the 8. I didn't add anything to it.
Yeah, so add your bonus to it.
11.
Okay, so you aid, so that's a 12. So I think they said DC 12. So boom, you guys by the skin of your teeth are able to construct a shelter, and I imagine you kind of like cut into the snow with the shovel, make a couple like large blocks that you fold up on top of each other to make like a Tetris C looking thing, and then that's maybe when Loki says maybe we can stretch this tarp over the top. And so you kind of get a break on 3/4. Sometimes the wind does whip back around and kind of face, but you guys, for almost not making a survival objective, crush it and get pretty good at it. So you guys waited out at the storm's end, which is at this point you guys have been moving and or waiting for about 10 hours. Did you guys want to break into anything? What are you guys doing?
So
I'm good with just holding out until the storm passes. I mean, I don't think we're in any grave danger or anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I think
So
we'll
you
probably...
guys
that are sitting in the storm waiting for somebody to just sit down, do nothing.
You may actually you say that, and Codswallop, why don't you give me a perception check?
Ay, caramba.
Can we eat while we're in the storm?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because I was gonna suggest if we're gonna be here for a bit, we
So
sneak a snack
Codswallop,
in.
Codswallop. Codswallop, you don't hear anything above the howling. Codswoops above the howling of the wind. But anybody else that wants to just like, I know. But anybody who wants to like hear, or anybody that else wants to like eat a snack or something, by all means, chow down on some food. You don't have to eat the whole ration, but just the bit you don't want to return when you go back to the rental. And so the storm wraps up, and you guys kind of break down your shelter. You kind of kick your way out because the snow kind of built up around it, just like snow builds up on the back door, and you shovel your and you start pressing on. The storm clears. You see that the glow of the sun starts to drop down beyond the horizon line again, and darkness starts to come back in. Fortunately for you, as the storm clears, it's a clear night, and the stars provide some light for everybody to be able to see. You travel on for some hours more, and right as you crest like this ridge, you see something down below. I want everybody to give me a perception.
I'm sorry, you cut out there a little bit. Did you say everybody give you a perception?
Yeah, everybody give a perception check.
7.
I got the middle finger of death, 4.
I got a 7 too.
Okay, all right, 2 7s, a 4, and a 10. All right, all of
Plus
you
3.
see.
Showing
all
off
of you see
over there, TJ.
all of you see
Try.
what looks like a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow, especially from the most recent blizzard, seems to be covering some of the... sorry. Kevin just said turn the music down. Sorry about that.
I sent that
There
a
we
bit
go.
ago. That's weird.
Yeah. So you see a frozen, dismembered corpse. Snow has covered some of the gory bits. You can't really make out much, but TJ, with a 10, you see that the corpse is headless, and that definitely some of its limbs are missing. What do you guys do?
And the storm's died down, right? So we can approach it.
Yeah, so clear like starry night right now. You guys get to this like hill crest, and you look down in the gully, and that's where you see this like flows into you, TJ.
To climb down a rope, would it be athletics?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like say that it was ridge. Like you're going to have to like do spelunking or
up in
like
the snow near us.
yeah, just like you got to the hill, and then like the hill just sort of slopes down into a gully, and that gully is where you see this body.
Maybe approach it, see if it was like animals that got it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
See what they have on them.
So you go down to check out the body.
Yep.
All right. As you get closer, sure enough, you see that it is the dead and dismembered body of a corpse, and it seems to, especially with severed limbs, missing head, that this looks like it must have been the party member that Haruna told you was killed by a Yeti. You also notice as you get closer that there are tracks in the snow all corpse, and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away.
Well, I'll
Where
share
they-
that with the group that we must be close.
Do the tracks
also-
look fresh?
Give me a survival check.
Fuck.
And anybody else that wants, I assume people are coming down to like follow down with Loki. So anybody who wants to give a survival check can.
So I walk up and I go, these tracks look, and
I got your
that's
survival roll.
So I see it.
so I rolled a 4. So my character just kind of panicked, and it's just like
Freeze.
fresh, rare.
Right.
Well done. Fuck, I think I'm going down the wrong path.
Your eye servos kind of zoom in, and you see that the tracks don't look anything like what you would assume. I think we called it a snow gorilla. Look like, but what you do see is tracks that look like they were probably made within the last half hour or hour or so that belong to a half dozen small humanoids wearing snowshoes.
All right, so I relay that information to the group.
I rolled a 15.
Good. That's
You see this as well. The tracks.
That's what I was trying to say, guys. That's
I froze. My tongue froze.
it's cold.
You
out
also
here.
You also notice that the tracks themselves seem to double over towards, like the sort of northeast. Like so, if you guys had left this way, if you guys had left Bryn Shander and and you guys had been basically traveling this way, these now look like they're traveling this way. So sort of heavier on the east direction, going off that way, as far as you can tell.
And do we know if there's any one of the settlements in that direction?
You know that there are 2 settlement directions, Karakonig map, but nobody, to the best of your knowledge, really traveled that way. And give me one more survival check. Codswallop.
19.
Oh, 19. All right. You feel pretty confident that these are probably from one of like the savage peoples that are in the Icewind Dale area, and that they are not townsfolk raiding dwarven sleds.
These ain't our peeps.
So what do you guys do?
Has anybody?
You want about our mission?
Has anybody searched the body?
Oh yeah.
Hey, out here in the cold north, anything could be useful.
It's true. Yeah, any equipment at all, from bolts to just cold gear.
So you take a look, and it actually looks like the corpse has been picked over pretty well by whoever was here that seemed to have grabbed the sled. But give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
10 for Novakri.
Yeah, you don't want me rolling that. I got a -1.
13.
So you recognize there's snow outside.
Yeah, I see snow.
Is that what that white stuff is?
Yeah. Loki. You take a hard dig, gets anything, and it seems like whoever was here definitely did this. Like whoever was just here and left spent some time doing exactly what you're doing. That's why there's nothing on the body.
Okay.
It's time to hustle. We've got someone to catch.
All right. You guys continue following the tracks, and the tracks are relatively. They're these two heavy sled tracks, and then there's all these small humanoids snowshoes that are either dragging or pushing, pulling this cart along, this sled along, and you guys travel for maybe about a half an hour. You start to hear the sound of voices, maybe yelling, maybe grunting under strain. Give me a perception check.
Give someone a Bardic Inspiration.
Wow, that was the best roll of the night.
Chris, I like how rolls are bad. They come up as.
Who has good
considering it's technically a
perception
natural
going
1.
forward?
I've got a +3, but I'm still rolling the middle finger of death.
Yes. I also have a +3, and I've rolled a 3 and a 4. No, this one was a 5.
All right, let me put it this way. I have a +5 and still got a 6.
Okay, so
however, a silent member of the party steps into the fray and says, "Maybe I have the ability." Because I think
I thought we lost you in the blizzard.
I think Zhaahir has found his way out of the blizzard.
It's like a cold sandstorm. Whatever.
I'm cool with that. That's good. Oh my god, you see my face. Nobody wants to see that shit. That's better. Gah. Bald head, weird beard, that's out.
All right,
so guys, what's happening?
Welcome to the party, dude.
Huzzah!
So what's your perception look?
My perception? Oh, it's fucking fantastic. Let me give you a roll. Let me see what it is here. Magic. Let's see here. Where's the D20? That one. Oh, okay. That's a 1, actually. A 1.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What
We suck.
the fuck?
You guys are quite the...
I see snow.
TJ, did you roll a perception?
I got a 19.
Okay, go.
Jesus
Somebody.
Christ. TJ.
Loki, what
Fucking
languages
keep that shit
do
to
you
yourself.
speak?
I speak Halfling. I know these can't, and just common.
Okay. So you hear this
celestial, so that'll be great.
Oh man, you hear this sort of barking language that's not common. It's not thieves' cant, and it's definitely not halfling, and it's sort of rah, ah, ah, ah. And
Here's seagulls.
They are angry
Stop
seagulls,
it now.
stolen sleds. You guys are probably now you guesstimate that you're probably within 60 to 80 feet of where this sled is. And so I'm going to move you guys on a map. Come on, where's the map? You guys are all up here in the top left corner of this map. The sound that you guys hear, the voice or whatever, or TJ, what you hear, is coming from this direction. And I think that basically at this point, what I want to give you guys 2 heads ups. One, we're going to do some initiative order progress. 2, depending upon how you guys approach, you will have advantage on stealth and potentially surprise because of the amount of noise that these creatures are making as they're pushing this sled. So if everybody wants to roll some, pull up initiative track.
What happened?
Novakri got 9.
Where is my initiative track?
Hey, Codswallop, how are you rolling on that? Did you do the character mancer in D20?
Yeah,
What's
I think
that?
that's how you do it.
Nice. I will do that with my guy at some time, not now.
All right, and I will drag
my
everybody
roll
over
20
here.
just froze on me.
It just refresh the page.
F5.
What? We have to put those in your vault in order to import them.
I did not mean to
Still
do
not
that.
responding.
I got a 16. 16 is the magic number.
So what can you guys put can you excuse me, can you hold on. Excuse me. Can you put your stuff onto the turn order or
No, you highlight them, so you already have them selected. You just have to right click.
oh,
If it's, depending on
Add
how it's
turn.
set up, I don't know how to do it. But if you click on the icon, your character icon, and then roll your initiative, it'll roll it in the turn order.
Oh, magic.
Load it in the turn order.
Rephrase it. I got a 22.
hold on. Why is this not
I think that's only if you have a character mancer. My guy's not here.
no, your character's right.
Yeah, he is, but I clicked on my character and then rolled the D20 and nothing showed up the turn order.
Okay, what's this character mancer?
It's the thing that goes with a roll 20. No, what are we in now? Are we in roll 20? The other one.
Yeah, roll 20.
Okay, so I made my guy not in roll 20. I did it in the other thing. What is that?
Why is this?
Beyond.
No, this is what I want to do.
D&D. I made my guy in D&D Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. That's where I've got my guys.
Kevin,
You can
I'm
click
sorry.
on the spells. You can click on the saves and
So you're going to select all of our characters,
Yep.
and then just once you have all of them, just right click on one of them,
Yep.
and then just go to add turn.
I think I gotta scroll down a little bit then.
You might have to zoom out a little bit too. That might help
Yeah, that's
potentially. I don't know how zoomed in you are, where it might be difficult that way.
this is so dumb. Why is this not like the
So these guys are all on the. So click somewhere else. Just click on the map, and then just click on just like my guy, and just right click on him, and see if you can add him to the add a turn.
So I've got edit, delete, copy, paste, to front, to back, advanced.
I didn't get at the end. What was it? Advanced.
Advanced and layer. I don't have one that says add to turn order.
And it's on the map. It's on the object layer.
Yeah, I'm on objects and tokens.
Why is that not the case?
That's what I mean. I'm like, I know that I've done this before.
Yeah. Huh. Can you do it with? I mean, I don't know if you have the monsters or anything else that you could put as an object potentially in there, just to try it out, see if there might be something with the settings on.
Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay, hold on. I just need to do this because we're just gonna have to set up maps this way. Come on. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Object sequence. If I do this, this, and I do this. Come on.
Oh
There
my
we
god. You have, god damn it. That's the stupidest fucking reason. Alright. I'm moving back. I'm moving you back in.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Okay. Wait, now they're going.
The GM has not enabled
back.
character imports. Real this time, the Frostmaiden Rime.
Well, so I'll tell you what. Just take your roll and click on the number next to your character icon. Put it in.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to grab everybody. And I'm going to slide you back up here. This over here. And you're right, Kevin. That was the dumbest reason for that to not work.
I'm like, that's why I said zoom out.
Well, no, I kept zooming out, but no matter I clicked on cutting
It
off
still
the top
did that?
of it.
That's
Yeah,
dumb.
I was like, God damn it. Oh, man.
So I
All
just have a question. Did everyone, did you guys figure out the character sheet thing? And is it something that you load in outside of the game?
I tried to exit and go into my D20 person, and when I went to this game, so the DM didn't allow me to import anybody.
Huh.
Trying to import my D20, sorry, my D&D Beyond into here, and it denied me.
I'll change that real quick.
So how do I give myself a number here?
So if you go on the turn order and click next to your icon.
Click on my me. I think that's me here.
Yep, you're.
Click on the number.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yep. You
My
can
first
click
number
on,
was a 14. I have a +2, so 16.
Yep. So you can type that in, 16, and it'll be there.
I believe it's there now. If I hit enter, it'll work.
There we go. Now it's there. All right. So it looks like I still need. Codswallop, did you get a 0?
No, I'm just getting everything back in order.
Oh, okay.
I had to shut down and restart because nothing was working.
Well, to be honest, that doesn't happen that often with Roll20, whereas we had several occasions when we were using Skype where it would just stop working and then we couldn't get anyone back. So that's why we use Discord now.
Okay, you can import your character.
Beautiful.
Cool. All right. And then, Chris, when you have a chance on the turn order, just click on the Z and your finish number in there.
Try to import it later and just fuck around right now, so we can keep this combat going.
Right.
Combat.
Hey, my guy's here. Hello.
Well, actually, you picked a great time to the storm. It's perfect.
Wander out of the storm. Perfect. Hey, guys. Any yuppies?
Any uppies? Any uppers? Any downers? Any middle betweens? All right.
Yeah, I'm rolling great today.
Okay. All right. So
Not 0, but you know.
why is this? Why is this not going in ascending order?
User error.
There we go.
Zoom
Got it.
out.
Yeah, zoom out. Just keep zooming out.
Monsters.
Between Zhaahir and Loki has the.
I think Loki always claims to be higher.
Oh, we have to roll on that? Okay, hold on a second.
Are you guys tied up? No, you don't have to. No, you don't.
+4.
All right,
I mean,
so,
I can.
I'll concede.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just gonna hide behind you anyway.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that being said, as I drew on the map, you guys hear the voices coming from this direction. You guys will have advantage on stealth. They have disadvantage on perception. What do you guys do? Loki, you're up first.
Apparently, with my rolls, I do nothing.
I hide behind Zhaahir.
Okay, all right. Zhaahir, what do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna stealthily sneak up to here.
When I'm doing that, I'm trying to like stay in the shadow of his person.
I had a feeling you were pacing him. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d20 with my stealth roll.
You're gonna roll 2 d20s because you have
advantage. These are at +2. Oh, that's 15. That's 17.
Okay. All right. Cool. Nothing. You start to hear. You start to pick that Loki was hearing. The sort of language that's being spoken.
Is it celestial?
It is not celestial.
Then I don't know what it is.
I had a feeling. All right. All right. So that was Loki. That was Zhaahir. It goes to Aveg. What are you doing?
And we're hearing. Well, I shouldn't say that. That voice and like the words or sounds are coming from that direction.
I would say like the line that is being created between you and your party members right now, the diagonal line. That's that's the general vicinity of where the sound's coming from.
All right. So what is this thing and this thing that I'm seeing?
They're like large, like snow-covered rocks or boulders. When I did the draw the line thing that you showed me.
Oh yeah.
Perfectly on the outside.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just the only problem with those is because it creates that shade and everything. You did it great, and it's tough to see. What it is.
No, I know. I realized that after I'm not going.
So I was hoping to get. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe like here, on that side, but I can't see anything. But
roll. Are you trying to be stealthy as you do it?
Yes.
All right. So roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Not that one, but that one. 22.
That's
advantage.
Yep. I'm rolling checks on this end. Nothing. All right. So that was Aveg. Novakri, what are you doing?
I am. One moment here. Let me double check my move. I'm gonna go ahead and put her right there. Stealth, of course.
Yep. Roll twice. Tell me what you get.
Hey, 21.
Nice.
And a 3. I'll go with the 21.
Super
That's why the advantage is good. All right, Codswallop, what are you doing?
Sitting on my thumbs because I can't do shit.
What about thumbs?
You frozen in the weather?
Frostbitten thumbs.
I'm just moving up.
Okay. All right. Stealth check.
I don't think stealth is my forte.
I don't think it is either, but you have advantage. Enjoy this one moment in life.
Oh, advantage, yes.
Rolling twice, you said?
Yes. nice job, Codswallop. Okay, back to the
gotta
top
do
of
something right once in a while.
Nice. Back to the top of the order. We're gonna do the low key Zhaahir team. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna sneak around this way.
Actually, I'm gonna ask you to just hold on for 1 sec.
I'm gonna hold on for 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to take care of something. I realized that I had not done.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, you know what? Beep. And we're gonna go. Beep. Beep. Okay, I think we're good. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna sneak around to this. Oh, sorry, get over here. This side of this rock thing. All stealthy like stuff.
Okay.
Great job with the lighting, by the way. This is awesome.
Well, this is all thanks to Kevin having this. So I
was talking to Kevin.
Give him a high five. Not me.
I usually just take compliments, whether they're for me or not. So.
All right, so you move out there, and you feel that you super close to where the sound is coming from. It's just sort of like right on the outskirts.
What I can see.
What languages does everybody speak? We know Celestial.
I do Celestial too.
What else does everybody speak? Anything else?
Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish, and Undercommon.
Celestial, Common, Gith, and Quarry.
Gith, nice.
If TJ and I are combined, can we speak Holdling?
Maybe.
By our powers combined.
We'll have to deal with that later.
We can speak a language.
Yeah, nobody recognizes
Elvish,
the language that's being
Dwarfish,
spoken.
Halfling.
Okay, yep. Nobody recognizes it. All right. So you guys move up there, and it's loud now. It's right there. You just can't see past like the sort of blowing winds.
I'm gonna load my crossbow.
Goes to It goes to Aveg. What are you doing?
Well, I can't really see over here, so I want to try and get around. I see this big rock, and I would like to kind of sneak up a little bit more and get to like the. If I can see kind of like.
Probably too late to tell you.
I did. Whoops. Fucking talking this whole time. God damn it. God damn. Alright, so I'm going to go back and then tell you what the hell was going on in my head. So I'm at this rock. I can't really see on this, so I wanted to kind of go down this way. I see this rock over here to the right, so I kind of want to go up and kind of like get cover behind this sort of thing. To like the side there. Stealthy,
yeah. Okay.
like.
You feel you've got maybe some, and just beyond where you can see. You just see it. It's right there. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
So could I kind of peer around and see if I can? Or no, we're limited in sight, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's yeah. In that case, I'm gonna hide, get my crossbow out, and be ready if we start hearing things and stuff. Actually, if something comes around this corner threateningly, could I hold my action to shoot at it?
Yep. You moved. You're ready in action. Absolutely.
All right. Cool.
All right. That is Aveg. It goes to Novakri. What are you doing? Again, these voices totally unknowing that you guys are closing in on them.
Awesome.
Go right there. I'm gonna try something here, see if it works.
Okay.
Ha ha ha. So you guys see the rolls on there now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll take the 15. Now I found a Chrome extension that integrates it.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Beyond 20. So now I get to do my character sheet, but I can send it to Beyond Roll 20.
Cool. All right, so you moved over there. You did your stuff. Doing anything else in your turn?
That's it.
Okay, Codswallop, what are you doing?
Moving forward and just readying my my mace.
Okay, move yourself up. All right, and then everybody, hypertension. Just hold on one sec. I'll be right back to take care of one thing.
Through these messages.
Have you ever felt wronged by your DM?
This is actually pretty kick-ass. I can also do Whisper to DM with the dice roll.
So where did you find this thing, and can you send us a link to it?
One moment.
Yeah, the Beyond 20 will work on whatever. I'm using it on Firefox.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
There you go. Sorry if you see a bunch of crazy rolls. I'm just kind of playing with it right now.
Ooh, and so it shows up. Nice.
Yeah, no fudging rolls anymore.
Huh?
All right, I'm back.
Sorry, we're just playing around with this new toy.
Oh, no, totally fine. All right, so we're at the top of the order again, and we've
Nice.
got.
I got a 26 for athletics.
Because you were gonna try to just
Pole
Jump
vault.
over the.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing, Zhaahir? Show me what you're doing.
I don't know. I just no, that was an accident. I was just playing with dice. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. I just meant like, okay, your turn. What are you doing?
Well,
Oh,
now
it's
you
my
have
turn,
to do
okay.
a jump or something.
Shit. Sneak around over to here. Ha!
As you move there,
Yep.
the creatures you've been following appear to be goblins. Based on their stature, all 6 of them groan, grunt, and curse loudly. They haul the bulky sled towards some unknown thing in the distance. From that distance, you hear the roar of what sounds like bears. What do you do?
Airs.
By the way, can you guys see the goblins right now?
No.
I thought I had these guys on the map. Hold
Oh
on.
no, because of the I can't see it because I'm blocked. Line of sight.
Okay. But Zhaahir, goblins, right?
No goblins. I see. It looks like a heart or something.
You guys can't see it. Hold on.
I can only see out about X amount of feet. I can only go so far.
Yeah, no, you should see. There we go.
There's one. There he is.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I did this as a group, and apparently none of them did that. So let me get this done right now. It probably makes a lot more sense now that I was 6 goblins when you can actually see 6 goblins. There you go. You see goblins, right?
I see 4 and a touch of goblins.
Okay. So thanks to me and my description, you know that there are 6 of them.
Yes.
And they all still have no idea that you are there. Loki, I assume that you're right on his heels. You're aware of this too. What do you guys do?
What do you think, Loki? These goblins, are these good goblins or bad goblins? Are there good goblins? Not from around here.
Almost a goblin.
We almost had to have that conversation.
I don't think there are any good goblins. I don't know.
Oh, well, then perhaps we should shoot them.
I mean, we got the drop on them, so.
That's a shooting.
You guys, I will give all of you guys a surprise round this round. So, surprise round, you can either take an action, your choice, which you want to do.
I'll shoot one. I have no problem doing that.
All right. Which one do you shoot?
Good question. I can't. The one directly below me, directly in my line of sight. There's one that's on the card. That's the guy. Oh, that's the one right there. Look at that fucking guy.
All right.
Damn.
That's a hit. That's definitely a hit.
Do some damage.
6 points of damage.
That's not that much damage. That's kind of shitty damage.
You bring this thing to within 1 point of life, and it is. Hold on. Okay, and it's like the other goblins are all like turn and look towards the one that just shrieked. That was your surprise round. Loki, what are you doing?
I can't see him.
I'll allow you to take like 5 if you want, one direction or another. Not the band. If you do the band, then you're out. I'm gonna murder.
NSYNC
but I want it
Boys
that way.
Only.
KOTB.
Oh my God! Stop it. How did you know the name of this goblin band is KOTB?
Telling me bad.
I can shoot past the friendly square. We're good with that.
Yeah, I'll let that happen.
Oh, I'll move slightly to the side. I'll lift my arm. Shoot on my
Pierce
arm.
my ear. Shoot between my legs.
Problem is, he was already
Twixt my
accounting
thighs.
for that.
Shoot.
So you move
All right.
into it.
Because I was hiding behind him the whole time, and I can be hidden because he's a creature taller than me. So
Yes, I'll do a high horse stance.
So I get the advantage which gives me sneak attack, right?
So it's a surprise round, so you would have advantage. So yes, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying you had advantage because we're standing within 5 feet of a friend. I'm like, nope, that's not how sneak attack works.
Oh
but,
no, because I was hidden. The hiding gave me advantage. Okay.
And so I don't know how much you can see on the screen. So just so you know, this is the one he hit. It's almost like it looks like it's like bleeding out at this point. It's not dead, but it's almost dead. And then there are these other ones that are near it that are looking full health.
I'm gonna try to hit this one, and the +6 is 22.
That's definitely a hit.
Short bow, so D66. So 12 points of damage.
Holy shit! Yeah. So it had 7 hit points. It's at -5. That one is dead. I'm gonna just drag him over here and put the corpses over here.
I'd like to point out that an arrow just shot out from between my legs, so fucking fear me.
Well, actually, you know what, TJ, how would you like the first one to tell us how you dispatched a goblin in this Rime of the Frostmaiden? How does that arrow do that besides looking like some sort of, I don't know, phallic projectile?
We end up in like an Austin Powers situation, maybe, kind of thing.
So good. The silhouette's magic.
He jumps down, and when he does the horse stance, all of a sudden I pop up. I'm upside down somehow, and I shoot them.
Okay, so you guys are Ginyu.
My arms are over my shoulders.
So you two are obviously part of Ginyu Force.
We're auditioning.
Just
Try it out.
the most lethal stance. He just jumps into this weird horse stance. I imagine he does like a Hulk Hogan flex as an arrow just shoots out
Crab, most muscular.
in between
That's
his
how it
legs,
works.
killing someone.
Does he shred his winter gear
And then
while
the
he's at
head
it?
just drops down from behind.
Hoyo!
He just jumps on his back and just you're like upside down on him.
Dang. We are definitely a team, man. We're making this. We're taking this on the
Oh my
road.
god. So okay, so that happens. Rest of the party. I'm just gonna fast forward to Aveg. Aveg, you start to hear the sound of wantons. What do you do?
Ginyu. So I can't see. Could I try and peer around the corner?
So you could move. I'll tell you what. Take a 5-foot step. If you can see something, I'll let you take an action. If not, you're gonna have to continue your move.
If I go there, is this anything?
Nope, it's just a mark on the map.
Unfortunate. Then I will be moving up to where I hear my Ginyu force. Where do I hear those two?
They are coming. They are coming from. I'll draw so that you can see. Where's my thing? Yeah, they are coming from this direction.
Okay. So then that was 5. So I'll go there.
Okay, how do you do the arrow?
So you go down. So up in the top left, there's a couple of tools. There's one that's a ruler. So you click on that. It's set at first to snap to center. Actually, there's show to others and hide from others. I've never fucking seen that. But so show to others, you just click with the left button and just drag it. And then if you're going 20 feet and then you're going a different direction, you click and then right click. And then you can just keep, anytime you're changing, you just right click.
Magic.
So with that, am I still able to be like out of vision and like not nothing be aware of me?
I would say give me a stealth check. Just give me a stealth check.
Would I still have advantage?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a surprise round.
All right. Well, that is a 15.
Okay, keep that in mind. All right. I mean, chances are they're probably going to be a little bit concerned about Ginsu Force than anything else at this point. But, all right, so that was your turn. It goes to unless there was something else you were going to.
Just the surprise round. So, like, I would throw a bardic inspiration, but I don't think I have the ability to.
Yeah, no, you moved.
Yeah.
And you hit. So okay, it goes to Novakri. What are you doing?
Well, I don't have eyes on target, so I've got to move.
Okay. Oh my god, are you gonna pop out between his legs?
As well, you should.
He's got a double hanging.
All right, so you get up to there.
My horse stance gets slightly wider.
Go,
My legs are starting to buckle.
Guys, I totally have a story about this.
Okay, so you get
Gotta remake these characters.
Novakri, you get there. Are you gonna do anything
All
else?
for
Or is that it?
Are we almost done with combat?
You have no way of knowing. You just know there's a fight happening.
Okay, no, I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. And then it goes to Codswallop. Codswallop, you're bringing out that left flank all by yourself.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
You know that the general direction of the fight is still coming this way, and you know that your allies have gone this way. That's about all you know. All right, you get there. You see this goblin force that's still right there. You notice that this one that's right in the front right here has an arrow sticking out of it, and it's like, ah! It's not doing so hot. There's another dead body lying to the side of it. It's not on the map anymore because it's a dead body. And I'm going to have to put some initiative orders in for the goblins that aren't dead.
Nice.
So let's...
Bring it, losers.
So does that mean we're redoing initiative altogether?
What do you mean? Sorry.
No, just the goblins are coming in on this this round.
They had no initiative yet.
5.
Well, roll gooder.
So
Roll gooder.
that one's dead, so we're not going to do that one.
Oh, come on. You don't want to leave him out. He'll feel lonely.
He's cold and dead, so I'll leave him out.
Well, everybody's cold.
Yeah, but he's also dead.
We might have the perfect size makeup for the Ginyu Force as well.
Okay. Here we go. We've got
This works
We've
too
got-
well.
What the fuck?
a couple of goblins.
glad we had
rolled
surprise.
Really well.
No,
Couple
look, you
goblins
beat that
rolled-
guy.
A couple of goblins rolled really well.
Let's go with 1 hit point.
Unfortunately, goblin number 1 is and it rolled a 22. So the one that's almost dead is right here. It pulls out anybody who can see it. You see it pull out what looks like an ox horn and just blows into it and goes like
Motherfucker.
into the distance, and then he goes, "There's cover!" And, not all of them, Tom. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to this. All right, and so he runs.
Take him out.
He runs behind the sled to get a little bit of cover. It goes to goblin number 5. I gotta move the map a little bit. Which one was number 5? I think it's this guy. So goblin number 5 is gonna right here to maintain a little bit of cover, and he's gonna try to take a shot at Codswallop. I need to get some dice. Actually, I also need to get some stats up. There's my goblins. Come on, where are you? No, they're not axe beaks. That would be fun, but no, they're not. All right. Okay, and they are... Okay. What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to assume a 10 doesn't hit you, Codswallop.
No.
Okay, so an arrow comes sailing out from behind the sled from this second goblin, but it just goes right over your shoulder. Doesn't touch it. Doesn't do anything. All right.
That was the one thing, just basic without one of my, what is it? I got the one of the spells that I have. We'll bring it up to 20, but I have a natural armor class of 19.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
Christ.
I don't know why I decided to the guy with no shirt, but whatever. It goes to the guy with no shirt on. What are you doing there,
It's me.
Zahir?
Yeah, I have scale mail.
I know.
I'm gonna
It's just your icon.
I'm going to switch from my crossbow to my sword and shield, my scimitar
Okay.
and shield.
Okay.
And then I would like to charge into this guy and smash him with my shield to try to knock him backwards.
Do what you do. Tell me what I got to do.
I don't know. I guess I rolled a hit.
So on a rush, is it a strength check, or is it just to hit and then it happens?
I guess a hit with strength as the bonus.
Okay. Well, so if you do you have a specific attack that you're using?
No, I'm just gonna run up and smack the guy with my shield.
Oh, okay. In that case, we'll do some flavor text with. All right, run up and roll to hit. Tell me what you get.
All right, I can't. Hold on a second. Let me grab myself here. There we go. Yeah, huzzah! My hit would be a d20 plus my strength bonus, which is on the other page. That's a strong strength bonus. 25. How's that do?
That's a definite hit. So, yep. Roll me some damage, and then we'll...
What would a shield do? A d6 maybe?
I think that sounds about right.
All right, so... Actually, do they have a shield damage on the equipment thing? Hold on a second. No, it doesn't show that. I will just say d6, that's fine. Does this translate?
Let's stick with a d6 for now, and then if it's going to get changed up, it'll get changed up.
Okay, I'll roll over here. Then I can't see how to do that. So this is plus 6. 7.
7 points of damage. It has exactly...
No, that's a lie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a lie. My strength
say.
bonus is 4. 4 is my strength bonus.
Okay,
so it's a 5.
6. So it's 5 points of damage. Okay. So this thing takes 2 points of damage, and then I'm going to give it a chance to resist your sort of knockback with a strength check of its own.
Nice. Is it opposed? Because fuck you if it is.
I don't think it was necessary because I rolled. So like you come rushing in, you bring your shield up almost like you're going to do like a defensive tackle on the front line. And
I'm coming in low too.
And then you like rise up, you knock this goblin up on its feet. It kind of sails back. It misses its pal that still has an arrow sticking out of its neck, courtesy of you earlier.
That was my goal.
Lands on its back, back here, right next to him, and is prone on the ground.
Okay, so here's the deal. As I do that, I want to kind of slide in and smack him with my shield, and then as I lift him, I'm raising the shield over my head. So it's almost like on my back. Kind of like making a flat surface as I crouch down. Hint, hint. If you want to like leap off of that, that would be okay.
So I think I misunderstood. So you said you ran in and tackle this guy with your shield.
Smash him with my shield.
Smash him with a shield. You did that, and now you want to flip him over you?
No. As I hit him back, as I smack him, okay, I'm going to kind of raise my shield up so it's kind of like over my head slightly. After I hit him, so my hit's going to be kind of a rising hit because you said I knocked him up and away, right?
Yes.
I'm going to like raise it up.
Like you're holding it over.
Yes, making like kind of like almost like a platform, if you will.
Okay, understood. Yeah, I say yeah.
Is that legit?
That's the completion of your motion. So okay.
Turtle enter shell.
Okay.
Yes.
So that you have moved. You have attacked. I think that's the end of your turn. Correct.
I think I'm plenty done. Yes.
Okay. Goes to Loki. Loki, what are you doing?
Let me move up a bit, see if I can see anything. One.
By the way, that hit took a lot out of that guy. Like he looks really hurt right now too.
I can only move up to there, being halfling, and I am going to hide right behind my friend again.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I wanted you to jump on the shield, but that's okay.
I couldn't. I have little legs. And
okay.
Couldn't make it.
I'm a leg climber, not a leg jumper. Okay.
I was crouching.
So you run up, you hide behind him.
Well.
I'll say that you've got like you've got some cover from him right now. Whether it's probably like quarter cover because you're standing behind him, but there's a lot of people around. Is there anything else that you want to do in your turn?
Wait, am I not fully hidden?
Well, you're kind of in the middle of a field, and
well, that's a halfling trait that I can hide if I'm just behind someone one size larger.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that you're hidden, but I'm just going to say it's going to be pretty easy to see you if they walk around to the backside of him at all. I'll have to read. I'll have to read it, but just like
they just need to do a perception check.
Yeah,
I need to. I mean, I'm not just hidden They need to beat my stealth is all.
Oh,
And,
okay. So give me your stealth for when you do that. Okay,
yeah,
understood.
so I can definitely be a target. It's not like I'm invisible or anything. But it's gonna be hard to beat because that's a 23.
Okay, all right, 23. Jesus. Okay, that was low key. And Zhaahir, the shield and hide team, and Aveg. What are you doing?
I'm gonna peer around the corner here, and I see this guy here. Could I shoot around Codswallop?
Yeah, I suppose you can.
All right. In that case, I have advantage, and let's see about using this thing.
I think the rule for 5th edition is you can fire through a square as long as they allow it. You just can't fire through an unfriendly square. But we can read it again at some point.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I can step over.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried.
So just kind of give a little bit of a heads up to Codswallop. You know, it's like coming by. So let's that's one. All right. So yeah, the 22 will hit. I hope. It's really what I should be saying.
22 definitely hits. Yeah, I'm sorry. Blanked on that. Yes, definitely a hit.
Oh, very nice. So that is 9 points of damage.
Okay, and that was on this one that's right here?
This one.
Yep, that one right there.
Yep.
Yep, it's dead.
Okay.
So what you're saying is they're a little squishy.
Oh my god, these guys are very, very squishy.
Guessing they have rough friends showing up at some point.
They, well, you never know, but I can tell you that there's another one that's dead.
I will go here and inspire bardically.
Nice.
The guy who actually threw out 12 points of damage there, we'll make sure he gets all those shots. And that is Mr. Danklage. Let's make sure those shots get in.
All right. So
and then I'm going to go back up this way.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's
So-
all I got. I use all of it.
All right. So I believe one, two,
Children of the Future?
yeah, I believe the children of the future. This one that got knocked down is gonna stand back up and just wanna
Another
make sure-
beating.
I don't want that. I want to kill you, but I don't think that that's going to happen. At least not with this.
Bring some Yetis.
Okay, so here we go. He's going to stand back up, drop his longbow, and he's going to rush up beside you and try to stab you with a scimitar.
Bring it. That's what I have too.
He's like, you guys can be scimitar buddies then.
Awesome.
Sinbad.
Bring it.
Okay. Here we
Simba.
go. What do we got?
Well, if it was an 18, it would be great.
But a 16, no such luck. And so
No. Off my
bounces
scale
off
mail
your
or my
scale
shield?
mail.
Off my shield,
And
I
he's-
think.
And he's like, "Why you come kill us? We kill you!" And now this is his turn. Novakri, what are you doing?
The short guy told me you were bad, so you're getting it.
Which is the one that was taunting us?
The one that just yelled was this one that's standing right next to him, right here.
Okay, I am going to viciously mock him. Haha, no, you don't. Because I am a dick. So he needs to give me a wisdom saving throw. 13.
Wisdom saving throw.
He's
All
an
right.
angry 8-year-old, so.
Let's just see. Wisdom. Oh, they've got a minus to that. That's fine.
I sense an attack of opportunity coming.
6. I don't think that's a save. Do not believe that would be a save.
What damage?
That's where it hurts. But
damage, that's awesome.
But now it has disadvantage on its first attack.
You hurt his feelings. Awesome.
See, the point is to leave them alive, so that will actually take effect. It doesn't make sense if you just kill them.
No.
Can't be too strong.
He's going to bear that burden forever.
Right.
That one time when that guy made fun of me.
At least one turn.
Well,
Time to his therapist when he's 35.
The fun part about this is that he had 2 life left. So you do 1 point of damage to him, and he's not dead yet. He's really close, but he's not dead yet.
He's very depressed.
He's so morose.
He's not loving.
Calculated.
If he hears the cure, he's dead.
Remember, guys, we leave him alive.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the one we save. All right. So it goes. It goes to Codswallop. Chris.
Hey, Chris, do you have a bardic inspiration already?
I do.
You do? Okay, I was going to give you one, but if you have it already, I can't.
I don't. I'm not a bard.
No, I thought I heard someone grant inspiration die.
I don't think that was to me. That was to somebody who already attacked and did 12 points of damage.
I gave one to Peter Danklage.
Okay, robot boy, you got a bardic inspiration.
How do you have those?
Kalashtar Bard.
Oh, you're a bard? Oh, okay.
You want to multi-class over into Sorcerer when Tasha's comes out.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. We have a party that doesn't really have an official spellcaster. We've just got a bunch of song and dance people.
It's awesome.
Whenever we get together, we form the chorus line, which is unbeatable.
We're just gonna,
absolutely.
We're gonna fucking rock it everywhere.
All right. So what do you do at Codswallop?
Singular sensation.
Trying to get my computer to work, which doesn't work.
Nice.
So that was a wallop on this one.
Okay. Roll. So 23 does 3 points of damage. All right. Let me update that.
Tight mace to the face.
Face mace. All right. That was your turn. It goes to the 2 dum-dums that haven't done anything yet, except for get hit with a mace. I think this one, not knowing any better, is going to step up and try and attack you with its scimitar. And I'm going to assume a 15 doesn't hit you. Nope, it does not. And so
I hadn't rolled damage, so.
Oh, it said 3 bludgeoning.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That was just when I rolled the hit.
Yeah, that also includes your damage too. It rolls your damage for you.
It's the damage too, yeah.
Lucky me.
Let's say PM.
So we'll just ignore that second one then.
Okay. All right. So it was 3
me.
points of damage. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So this guy comes in, and I'm suddenly remembering something about goblins that I had forgotten up until this particular moment. I just want to double check that. Yep. And so this goblin, after it steps up, is going to disengage and run over here as a bonus action.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right about there. And then this one hasn't gone yet, is going to try and do the same thing. He's going to step up. He's going to try to hit you. Probably miss because these guys suck, especially when you have an 19. Yep. I mean, well, 16 is not bad, but when you get a 19 at a level 1, what the F? So he misses, and he too is going to rush up this way, disengaging, and just is like, cannot hit me, man! And runs up that way. That was them. Goes back to the very first goblin, and this goblin is going to run up, and the first thing he's going to do is he's going to try to stab here with a rapier. Not a rapier.
Fucking bring it.
A scimitar. He does not have advantage because he doesn't.
That
but he does
hits.
roll. That's cool.
A little
Maybe
too
not for
confident.
you, but for me, it's cool.
He's been juicing.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't tell the refs. Don't tell the refs. Why is this not coming up? It is okay. To roll.
Take it.
You take 4 points of damage as this, and as it connects, this one looks at you. This is the same one that blew the horn and says, "Why are you trying to kill us? We don't want to kill you. Let us go."
Interesting.
And that is its turn, and it is your turn, Zahir.
And I hit him with the flat of my blade for bludgeoning knockout damage.
You know what? For flavor, sure.
How does that work?
So there's
saying?
not really non-lethal 5e, but if you make a hit, I'll make you make a dex save, and if you pass the save, you can do non-lethal damage. If you don't pass the save, then it's lethal damage and you kill him.
Oh, I miss.
Okay, well,
Non-lethal.
That was
as
the
long as
problem
it's-
solved. Problem solution.
TJ, I'm sorry, there is non-lethal?
Yeah, as long as it's melee. You can't do like, hey, I cast firebolt, and it's non-lethal. It's like, oh no,
Okay.
they're on fire.
What if I have
But,
a boxing glove on my arrow? Could that be non-lethal arrow
I
damage?
cast soft flame. Soft flame.
Cast comforting flame.
Okay, so you're like, I'm gonna try to not kill you. Whoosh, miss. All right, low key, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm not as gentle because I was preparing to destroy one. I'm guessing this one because he's closest. So
Yeah, they're both pretty messed up.
yeah, and dirty 20.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. How would you? You don't even have to roll damage. How would you like to dispatch this one?
Well, I got a 13 for the record, so he implodes.
You have a dagger that just supernovas into him, implodes in on himself. Okay, that guy's gone. Would you like to do anything else on your turn? Maybe move?
Yeah, I'll move away. Not that way. Let's go up here. Hang out with my friend up here.
Okay. That was your turn. Aveg, what are you doing?
I see a guy right here.
Yes, you do.
So I am going to... What will I do? I think I will cast Vicious Mockery as well.
Okay. Save on my part.
Yes. 14. Wisdom.
Okay, where's my D20 minus 1? Pull it. 20 minus 1. Roll. Sorry, I could have moved around. Yep, no, that's fair.
All right. 1 point of damage and disadvantage.
On everything?
Nope. On its first attack.
Okay.
It's
All
like
right,
on the
it's-
first attack until like the end of my turn. I'll get it real quick. You unleash your string, and it takes 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. So that was your turn. Wait, I'm sorry.
Yep, that was it. Because I think TJ still has the inspiration.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
It goes to goblin number. That's not him. That's him. Gonna do. He is. He's gonna try and bolt, but he's gonna try to bolt past everybody. He's gonna start running, and so. I'm gonna put him right there. He just like sort of tucks and runs, and he starts yelling, and you hear him like in a language that you don't understand, and starts running. And that is his turn. It goes to Novakri. What are you doing?
Okay, which one was the one complaining we're not trying to kill you?
The one that's right in front of here.
So I am going to viciously mock him. This combat is brought to you in P.
All right. I will roll my save, and my save was 10. Probably not good enough again.
Okay, 1 point of damage. Okay, so it wasn't a good joke, okay?
Well, I
But
feel like
it was enough. It was enough to kill him. It was enough to kill him.
we're doing a great job with just actually mocking them. We're just we're not being as vicious, but we're mocking.
So now he's really depressed.
Well, no, he's very.
No, he's dead.
He's
He's
dead.
probably less
He's
concerned.
dead. All right. You guys, that was your turn. It goes to Codswallop. What are you doing?
Codswallop, freezing. Codswallop, not programming, right?
Yeah, something like that. Try the whole mace thing again.
Jesus Christ. So how would you like to end this goblin?
Messy.
Yeah. So blood pudding. Just a pile of grossness is at the feet of this robo killer, and this one's gone too. And so, effectively, there is one goblin. That goblin is not going to go for a while. How would you guys like to handle this? The one that is running is clearly running away and seems to be yelling. You did at the start of the battle hear what sounded like bears off in the distance towards where this one is running towards. But you get the sensation that this guy's not so much going to get backup as he is just fleeing.
Strong people get the cart.
Okay.
You
You
know,
guys. Oh, God, sorry.
I was just saying, as fast as he's running, he can't outrun a good insult.
See, you're gonna try to mock one.
Yeah,
All right. I will make a roll. Hold on.
brave Sir
Oh,
Goblin.
God damn it. I haven't
Your
rolled.
mother smelled of elderberry.
All right. I guess.
I rolled a 4. It didn't show up.
All right. So this one takes 4 points of just absolute mocking damage as it tries to get away from you. And my butt's not so big. And he keeps running. And I guess I should tell you guys what you find. You guys find a sled that weighs 300 pounds.
Excellent.
And there are 600 pounds of iron ingots on top of it.
Wow.
Are these the ingots that we were looking for?
So you take a closer look and you see that stamped onto each one of these ingots is the symbol of the foaming mug, which is the battle hammer symbol. And these are indeed what you were looking for. You
Nice.
also find one horn that you could use to like signal things if you wanted to, because you murdered the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
Um, each of the dead goblins left behind a short bow with a quiver of arrows, a scimitar. They really didn't have much in armor, but they did each have a small sealskin pouch that had, I'll say, 3 copper pieces in each one. So there were killed 5 out of. So there are 15 copper
15?
pieces. Yep.
Math them good.
Math am good.
Nice. We are rich.
Quit my day job.
I believe that with that, the plan is to head back to Bryn Shander with your bootay.
Oh yeah.
Are we able to determine that that's all of what we were looking for? That's not just a portion of it.
No, this is like, without making you do any checks, you realize that this is the bundle, and that it didn't appear that anything was taken out of the stash.
So that goblin blew the horn and signaled somebody. Who is this somebody he signaled?
That's a
You
good
be on
question.
alert as you drag this back.
Bears charging down the ravine.
Yeti call.
Any call.
Like Goblin Yeti collar.
Yep. It's like Yeti Dynasty.
It's a goblin raised by Yetis. All right, everybody, if you get into trouble out there, just blow this whistle. So I mean, like, these are good questions. My question to you is: are you going to try to head back?
I think the best answer we could find is not to find out what the answer is.
Yeah, let's drag this back.
Hey, Tom, I just sent you a message.
You did. I'm going to say that you don't do that because you realize that the location is around settlements, not in the middle of the tunnel.
Okay, that's fine.
If you still want to try it, you can. But if I didn't specify, sure.
That's fine.
Okay, so you guys sort of like figure out how you're going to do this, and it's a slow trudge, but the weather stays clear, and you guys make it all the way back to Bryn Shander, and you make it to the North Look, and in the North Look you find Haruna and her chums, and they are overjoyed that you have brought this back, and that the ingots that are coming from the Battle Hammer's mining practices can go forth and be used both for trade and for creation of. And true to her word, provides each one of you I'll turn the page back here. A bloodstone, which is worth 50 gold points each. She offers to pay for your room and board for tonight at the North Look, and tells you that should you be, as she had mentioned, the favor of the dwarf can go a long way here Icewind Dale, and that should you be looking to upgrade or need better equipment, especially in the ways of weapons, that you should go and check out, what was the name of it? The Black Iron Blade. Because of your deeds, you get a 10% discount, and you should go speak to Garn if ever you're better.
Speak to who?
Garn, Garn. He's the dwarf that runs the Black Iron. And then there's one additional thing that you guys need to know, and that is by completing the first quest, you all level up to level 2.
Oh, nice.
I got to stab Zhaahir once. That's all I got to do with 6 goblins.
That's it. Got a boo-boo.
Wait, no, you slashed him once. Because it's symmetry.
Slash stab.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stabby,
slash versus
slash.
piercing.
That's true.
Chainmail, which one's better? I don't know.
But yeah, so good job, guys.
Awesome, man.
Way to complete the Foaming Mugs quest. We will pick back up either the night of or the next day, depending on what you guys want. Congratulations! You have
Sounds good, guys. Level 2, baby.
Thank you much. That was
So-
fast.
Figure out how to level up my guy now.
Are we taking the long rest now? Wait, we haven't gone back to.
Yeah,
Town yet.
no, I'm saying you guys made it back.
Wait. Oh yeah, we already got the bloodstone, so yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So each of you have 50 gold of bloodstone, aka a blood.
Nice.
You have copper that you do. I'm going to assume that between the strength sets of all of you, that you how to drag the sled back with probably the equipment that you found. So you do have a couple of swords that you might, if you need to equip yourselves with them, you might be able to sell at the Black Iron.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest.
price.
That if anybody needs them, that whatever nobody wants or can use, that we try and sell.
Yeah.
The only thing the dwarves do keep. That's what they use, so they don't give you this.
I'm sorry. The dwarves keep what?
The sled that the ingots were on.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Unfortunately, it was theirs.
I guess
Well,
you
the
can
deal
keep what.
technically didn't include terms for the sled. It was just for the ingots.
Well, then we should have left the sled there.
You just hear from like as it closes, you start this realization. No, takes these back.
We
Door
just
slams.
we just go on 10 hour hikes there and then 10 back, but like grab like 1 ingot in each hand each time.
Oh, I
This is
didn't
gonna
say
take a hot minute.
leave the character. I just say we give it back to them.
I know, I'm just screwing around. It's like, then we should have left it. That wasn't in the contract.
It's not in the contract. But all right, good stuff, guys. I can't wait to see what you guys do when you level up, and we'll pick up next week.
I get action surge.
What's this?
Sorry, go ahead.
What's this Garm guy? Like, where is he?
So Garm is the head, like basically the owner and head forger of Black Iron. He's a dwarf that's part of the Battlehammer. The Battlehammer.
Yeah,
Am I called Battlehammer? Yeah, the Battlehammer tribe, and is like one of the best known weaponsmiths that's in 10 Towns. There is some sort of scuttlebutt about him that says that maybe he doesn't make the best equipment to be had, and some people call it like secondhand. But he's a reputable dealer, and you've been told that because you helped out that all of you will get a 10% discount for shopping at his store.
Yeah, I'm
And
sorry.
of the 10 towns, which one
Yeah.
is home to the Black
Oh.
Iron Blade?
They're here in Bryn Shannon.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Like I had the map, so I'll show you guys. Bryn Shannon.
Oh, Bryn.
Oh, sorry. I gotta do this. Okay. We're enchanted. Okay. You guys are at the Northlook Tavern that is up here. The Black Iron Blades is right there.
Yeah, cool.
I won't remember that next week.
So, well, we'll start on this map so that we can use this as a. But all right, good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, little lackluster for me, but good stuff. No, like you guys are just. Let me do 13 points of damage against a short bow from between someone's legs. Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
Give me.
But
Well,
good stuff.
You did know that we were a circus act, right?
I've learned. I now have
That was
learned.
awesome.
But, all right, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Hey guys, have a good night.
Later, guys.
Later.